Hello Aries, welcome to my channel, Sarah Angel Tarot. This is your reading, 5-card spread. I'm constantly getting the same energy for you, so I'm going to see if I can come up with something different, but can't guarantee anything. The cards do what they do, you know. Remember, it's here to help, not to hinder, because Tarot is. And if you like the path, go with it. If you don't like it, then try to change it. That's what I do when I read my cards. That's why you read cards. I mean, if you couldn't change Tarot, why watch it? You know, if you couldn't change your situation, why watch it? But this is for Aries, bonus reading, 5-card spread. The energy is coming in for Aries. Let's see what we got here. Like I said, I'm trying to come up with something different. But like I said, the universe does what it wants. It tells us what it wants to tell us, in other words. But let's see what's going on here. Breaking free, 7 of Swords. Breaking free from something, 7 of Swords in reverse. Maybe even from negative behaviors, underhanded behaviors, or just trying to get away from something. In the past, this is you. It's in reverse. You felt like you had no control over a situation, or you felt really abrupt, or maybe you were even controlling to other people, or you felt they were controlling towards you. But this is the Emperor in reverse. That's a past position. The obstacle is work with the 8 of Pentacles. Maybe you're having trouble with working. Maybe you're having trouble concentrating. Maybe you're having trouble getting work. Or maybe you're just overworked. It could be so many things. We will clarify. Once I start clarifying, it's a bright light, isn't it? Current environment, we have the Princess of Cups. This could be a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, or someone with emotions that are in check because they are in the upright. Could be that you could be taking on this energy. It does not have to be a water sign. None of these do. I'm going to shut off this light so you can see better. I'm using a different cloth. Can you see better? Yeah, it's that light. Outside influences, or what is coming towards you. I usually call this outside influences. It could be anything that is supporting the situation that is more or less beyond your control, or is not in your control 100%. It is the Magician in reverse. I call it the Trickster card when it's in reverse. And it could be that someone or a situation is trying to manipulate you. The outcome, taking control and making a decision, and a good decision. That's the 2 of Wands in the upright. So we're getting a little bit of difference. I'm thinking it's part of the last reading, but I could be wrong. But I do see you taking control. I do see manipulative behaviors coming towards you, or someone manipulative, or a trickster. It could have something to do with work, but not necessarily. I don't see a lot of love cards here, but it doesn't mean it's not going to happen with a love situation. But we'll find out. Let's clarify. Now we got the Emperor in reverse in the past, and that is your card, Aries. And it's, like I said, it's in reverse, so let's find out why. The Emperor in reverse, why you there for Aries? What's going on? Queen of Cups. We had the Princess of Cups here, but the Queen of Cups here is in reverse. Someone feeling like their emotions are out of control. Maybe they're using emotions against you, or your feelings. They're going to try to manipulate the situation, but not necessarily. I just see some people just really out of sorts here, and it could be because of the Magician in reverse, but I don't know. So the Emperor in the upright, the Emperor in reverse and the Queen of Cups in reverse. Why are you there in the past for Aries? The High Priestess in the upright. So it could be that someone's being secretive and things aren't fully gelled. With the High Priestess, sometimes it's like an unknowing. It's like maybe that's why everybody's out of sort, because they're just not tapping into things that they should be. It also could be that the situation is not done yet. It's still pending. It's still going on. That happens also with these cards. I know it's hard to explain, but sometimes things are unknowing. The cards won't tell you all the ways because you have a big choice here of what to do with it. So it's up to you in a way. But the obstacle, I can tell you right now, is the 8 of Pentacles. Something is hard, with work. And I'm going to find out why. 8 of Pentacles in the upright. Why are you there for Aries? As the obstacle in the upright. Okay, there you go. A lover situation. You're working hard maybe, or not working hard enough. I'm thinking you're working hard on a lover situation. But people's emotions are all muck, and it has a lot to do with what's going on in the planetary climates, the transits that's going on. So 8 of Pentacles, Lovers in the upright as the obstacle. Why are you there for Aries? Someone's putting up their swords. Maybe they're putting up some boundaries. Maybe they're not seeing things clearly. That's the 2 of Swords in the upright. When someone puts their swords up, they just don't want to see a situation. Maybe it's just too hard. Maybe it's just too negative. And sometimes they put their swords up just for protection. They put the blindfold on. They say, I can't see this right now. I can't do this right now. Maybe because it is too hard, whatever you're working on with this lover situation. The current environment, Princess of Cups. Like I said, this could be emotions. Trying to keep your emotions in check. Or like I said, you could be dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Princess of Cups, why are you there is the current environment for Aries. Princess of Cups again. That's very, very important, the Princess of Cups during this time. So some of you will be dealing with a water sign. Others will be regrouping with their emotions. And it's like a new beginning almost, because the Princess of Cups is like a beginning stage or a youthful type feeling, So Princess of Cups, both in the upright, while you're there for Aries as the current environment. Communications will open up again. Some of you may actually even travel. That has something to do with this type of sign or this type of energy. But it's like communications are opening up and people are more calm. But the outside influence, which is supporting kind of this or coming towards you, is the Magician in reverse. The Magician in reverse, why are you there for Aries as the outside environment, or what is causing this, help, supporting this, why are you there? Yeah, you're going to defeat, because that's the 5 of Swords in reverse, you're going to defeat a manipulative situation. So the Magician in reverse, 5 of Swords in reverse, while you're there. You're going to have a success over this manipulative situation, okay? So if you're worried about the Trickster card, don't, because what you can do is open up communications, get your emotions in check, and you will have success over the manipulative situation, okay? Now in the end, you take control. You make a decision too, a sound decision, one that needs to be made. So the 2 of Wands in the upright, while you're there for Aries. You're going to make a decision. You're going to have abundance. You may even celebrate with family and friends. 2 of Wands, 3 of Cups, both in the upright, while you're there for Aries. There's a bonus reading, remember that. Because something you won't complete it yet, and you're also looking for, with the 4 Wands also, I always see like a happy family, like a victorious type situation at home, but it's in reverse. But the reason why you're taking control and you're going to bring in abundance and celebrate, because maybe it wasn't always so happy, and that's what you're working on. It's going to be a little bit of an obstacle, has to do with a partnership of some sort, emotional setting, where someone has their swords up. So I do see you succeeding over a manipulative situation. I do see you having more communication and emotional soundness about you or the people around you, One more card, 2 of Wands, 3 of Cups, and the 4 of Wands in reverse. Let's rock the boat. Let me get one more card for that. Yeah, you're trying to overcome a failed situation. It looks like you will. Remember, this is the main energy. 2 Wands, taking control, making decisions. What's next to that, which makes it a little bit stronger, is the 3 of Cups of abundance and celebrations. Why is that there? Why is the 3 of Cups there? Because there's an incompletion of a failed moment in the past. And we did see that where somebody was, where emotions were not always good, and someone maybe even over-controlling or over-judgmental or not listening to each other. And it was kind of in the air with the High Priestess. And the obstacle was working on this. But I do see you, like I said, coming into more communication, a more sound communication against the manipulative situation. Maybe defeating it and having success. In the end, you have the 8 of Swords. You're still going to feel like you don't know which way to go. Things are going to get better With the Eight of Swords, it's someone who's feeling trapped or bound or having a lot of interference in their life. And that is the interference card with this deck. It's what it says. Can you see it? Interference. And there's that Magician. Maybe you are having some interference with Magician, or maybe you're going to bind the Magician, the Trickster, because they're both together. You may bind it, because I do see you having success against the Trickster. You may spout off, and you may end the situation with the Ten of Swords because of Trickster betrayals. You know, that's the ending card of ending betrayals. The ultimate betrayal, you're done with it because of the sneaky behavior with the Seven of Swords, and a new beginning with the Fool card in your life. And remember, I did see you breaking free from a situation coming in. So I think you're going to break free, and I'm serious about this, breaking free from a manipulative situation, and you're going to go on to something new, and it's been shown in all your, readings just about, and you will take control, and you will have abundance, and you will, like I said, take control over a failed situation that you felt that you couldn't finish, that it was interference from others. And I will let this go, okay? Bye.